I'm getting more daylight here in the Rockies. I'm getting more daylight.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit sunnier out there. It would help if I left the house more. I've been a curmudgeon this winter, holed up in my cabin, drinking coffee, ranting at the world.
Has your games arrived yet?
Yeah, I got the one box of counters, and then they said there was something else there. So how many things did you send?
I sent, I believe, 3 separate packages. There was the tube, which I believe had maps in it. And then there was a box that had, I believe, the Close Quarters Quattro Bras.
Yeah.
Which looks beautiful. That game looks absolutely stunning. You got to sit down face to face with someone and put everything out and play with that. That one you should go to like a convention with, and meet someone and play with, because that one's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then another box, I can't remember what was in it, but it was
I got that. That's the counters for
that little bastard. The reindeer just walked across this internet connection.
Hang
on. I wonder, have you guys, I wonder why I keep on dropping out of this thing all the time. I wonder, it might not be viable for me to use this sumbitch. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then the war in Europe counters and stuff like that. So I got more than enough of those. Yeah, I'm swimming in war games right now. That's it, no more.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to rationalize. I could see part of the war game hobby is collecting war games.
Yeah, no, I have Submarine, Austerlitz, and Pacific War to send to you.
Yeah, it's going to break the bank. I didn't realize it was so costly to mail all that shit. I think
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that really hurt things over here was the cost of mailing stuff and getting stuff from America.
Yeah, well, here in America, everything's going in flames. So, like I said, pretty soon I'll be issued a uniform and a gun. Hopefully it'll be for the side that I favor. Because I probably won't have much of a choice, right? It's all going to be regional. But we could go to quaint old-fashioned. It makes the quaint old-fashioned skullduggery, double dealing, and lasciviousness of classic pulp sword and sorcery seem quite quaint, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's only a couple more years, and I'm sure the next lot would change it completely and make it all better again.
Nah.
I won't go, oh, some of these things are handy.
But the Gates of Kadar is where we're going to be beginning today. Returning from the semi-successful, depends on, I guess anyone who had a stake in the Acolyte of Death adventure is no longer with us. So this is a new chapter in the annals of the Chronicles of Xoth with Jacques and Gen. You have the potential of making it big here in the city-state of Kadar.
Well, I changed that to beast riding. We managed to get out alive. We kind of rescued the niece. Kumar got to become a possible sort of demigod, or at least a high priest of a demigod. So, and we got some cash. So, win-win.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Lion Diamond and Laker the Axe are your current companions. A roguish pair that has obviously seen many adventure together because they're quite easy and comfortable with one another. They don't appear to, have that camaraderie. They have a camaraderie that does not lend itself to being strangers. One a jeweler, the other a mercenary soldier. And Lion Diamond believes that he should be able to sell this ruby in the scimitar from Ironthorn for a goodly amount of silver. He's hoping upwards of 5,000 silver. He does the journey back to the Kadar from Fenware, I believe, is 2 days journey. And in that time, Lion Diamond discloses that he's been unable to extract the ruby from the pommel of the sword. That he'll have to sell the thing in one piece. The sword with the ruby. He can't just get the ruby out.
Well, at least with his skill level, right? There's other people, swordsmiths, that Gen's not fully buying that argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's been around guys who work with metal. And he's seen what they do.
He's arguing that the ruby may fracture.
Yeah, well, regardless, Gen's not mixing words. He says, "Look, we work together. We all risk our lives.
Mm-hmm.
That we're selling that, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. We are. And he recommends that when we get to the gates of Kadar, we go red. He wants to go directly to the Red Bull district, the Red Bull Market, which is Kadar's Grand Bazaar, near the center of town. And he's got a contact. He wants to solicit some buyers. And that's really his plan. Is yes, as soon as you get to Kadar, let's go to Red Bull Marketplace, and I don't know why he drops out.
Excuse me. It wasn't that this bad before, was it? Like
No.
Especially
Are you touching something when this happens? Are you touching your keyboard? Are you?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know. My internet is actually connected to using a radio antenna to the tower. I don't actually have a physical connection.
Oh, okay. Well, that's got to be it.
D10, D8, D6, D20.
Kadar is, besides the easternmost bastion of Susra, is the capital of the worship of Balkarda.
Oh.
Yep. So Kadar is known as the city of the heavens. Because who is Balkadar? The Lord of the heavens.
Yep.
And his temples are sites of intense religious devotion, often involving astronomical observations and bloody sacrifices.
These are truly bloodthirsty gods.
Yep.
Stars and blood.
And Kadar is the center of worship for Baal Kadar. So the priesthood here in the city-state is obviously quite powerful. It's a city of 15,000. Beric the Opulent is the king's viscount who governs this powerful city-state.
Okay. So, fairly religious.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's gone again.
Okay, I reinitialized my transceiver's been on for many days, so I just rebooted it.
Give it a hard reboot.
Yeah, so well, there you go. Now I got good signal strength. I think we should be good.
Fantastic. I was just giving some of the details of the city-state of Kadar. I didn't know what you heard, but Baal Kadar, the city is the center of worship of Baal Kadar, Lord of the Heavens. They refer to Kadar as City of the Heavens. Silks and slaves, baby. Silks and slaves is the secret to this city's success. Oh, and that's not what that was, Jock. Look at that. Everyone's dropping.
Yes, that was strange.
Yeah, it's getting the only one so far is I haven't. Maybe I will.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're probably being monitored at this point anyways, right? That's what it is. It's a Chinese. So yeah, you arrive at the city gates on the 11th day of the rat, year of the dragon. Beric the Opulent is the king's viscount, which governs this powerful city-state of 15,000 people.
Was that Gert? Sorry. His name?
Beric the Opulent.
Beric. Rick. Oops, can't spell there.
Lion Diamond is looking for a merchant named Garlod at the city. What's the architecture of the city? Massive sun-bleached stone walls protect the city with tiered ziggurat's and flat-roofed villas. The city is surrounded by fertile plains irrigated by ancient canal systems. The air is often hazy from the volcanic dust which blows in from the distant ash steppes. Men take great pride in their long braided beards, both in their flowing robes of linen or silk. And as Jacques has noted, they are renowned as fierce warriors and devout zealots. He at passing the open city gates, Lion Diamond tells a Laker to go get their usual rooms, and he'll catch up with her there. The bargain pleasure he recommends. He's sending Laker to go get rooms at the bargain pleasure. It's a clean inn. Prices aren't bad. The barkeep usually keeps to himself. And it's always sufficiently busy and noisy.
So, as we're traveling around, how is Den starts talking with Jacques there, and just casually and stuff. to see basically how coherent he is. Because, of course, he's been locked up for an eternity, right?
Yeah, in some type of necrotic hell prison.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, we're getting a portrait here now of the Knight of Jet there on our screen, and he looks relatively, you know, sociable, but he's got a little bit of a wild stare to him, right? You could see from his portrait right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a portrait. That's Mark.
Well,
He's led a rough life there in Bristol.
yeah, but the thing is, they could be channeling each other, right?
Who's channeling each other?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's true. Oh, I see. Yeah, bleed is that they call that bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this could be it. This could be the high watermark of the gaming career right here, where Xoth is finally the ideal realization of
Mm-hmm.
the Mad Knight of Jet.
Well, the Red Bull market, of course, is a hive of activity. People everywhere. Troubadours are playing. Dancers weave about the crowds. Criers offer people and product for sale. Beggars plead for alms. Braziers of fucking camel and oxen dung. Sweet meats, all sorts of anything that moves, I guess, is being cooked on some grill somewhere in this raucous bazaar. And he heads straight for, or winds his way through the stalls towards a glass blower, a small, squat, older man with a prominent nose, gray plated beard, decorated with beads, wears way too much perfume. And the merchant recognizes Lion Diamond as he approaches and hails him. And Lion Diamond approaches him and wants to know what, has he got something for him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I've got something quite exquisite to be sold, but nothing that just to be discarded or pawned, but something of real value." And he opens up the bag and pulls out the hilt of the sword with the ruby on the end of it, and he's saying something of value such as this. And Garlord the merchant, his eyes go wide open, and he's like, by the beard of Balith Kadar, it can't be what mockery or what forgery is this? And Lion Diamond leans into him earnestly and grabs him close, and he goes, This is no forgery. This is worth, what this is worth in a king's ransom. I need you to arrange a proper buyer for something of this value. Garlord pleads that there's tension between, the three merchants right now. He will have to make subtle inquiries. And it's not something that would be, safe right now to trade in the open market because tensions run high. So Lion Diamond tells Garlord to make inquiries, see if you can line anybody up who may be of interest, and get back to him at the bargain pleasure later this evening. And Lion Diamond seems satisfied with his discussion with Garlod, the glass blower. And he's ready to leave unless you guys have any other further business that you'd like to attend to here in the Red Bull Market, which is near the center of the city state, near the palace. The palace is a walled off compound of the Viscount, and the Red Bull Market is in the front of it. And outside the walls of the palace, there's also the Temple District, which is, I guess, east of the palace.
Right. Well, one of the things that Gen would have asked Lion Diamond, because Gen's probably not familiar with these environments and stuff. Before, when they were traveling, he would have said, is there somebody there that creates round shot for ammunition for my sling here? Is that something? Have you seen that in your travels there?
Oh yeah, yes. Smithies and smelters and tinsmiths and all that. You can even probably you can buy stuff and have it cast to order in the Red Bull Market.
Right.
There's
Okay.
even some that will mix special stuff into it, will bring down the great dangerous white steppe tiger and shit like that.
Yeah. On that note, there's a lot of people using weapons online and showing you how they work and stuff like that. I watched this guy use a sling, and he basically, it was as powerful as a bow shot at about the working range, which is what, at least 100 feet, 125 feet. This guy put up a tin pan about this big, and he just grabbed his sling and just went woof like this, and that thing just nailed that. It was basically a dinner plate like this. He just pegged it, and quick too.
Yeah.
He had his body like this, and he just snapped it, and yeah, he just bailed it. It's interesting how the lowly sling gets kind of maligned, but when you actually see somebody use it, it is powerful.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to catch that in
It's
the
a
head.
projectile moving at the speed of an arrow, pretty close, whatever that velocity is, right?
Yeah.
Kinetic energy, crushing impact. It's a bullet.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah, this thing was like, yeah. And it's so stealthy, because what happens is you've got it in your hand like this. You could have a shield in your hand, right? Imagine this: you've got a shield, right? A round shield, and then what you do is you could have your sword clutching your hand like that, and people don't see that you've got a sling in your hand, so your body's turned like this, and you just go shoo, like that, and then you just grab your sword in your other hand, all in one motion, like you're equipped. Yeah, somebody could have caught a bullet in the head, which would basically knock
when
them
you
out.
step forward and extend your arm and extend your sling as well, you've just covered maybe 5 feet of ground between you and your opponent too at the same time. If they're not close to you, as they get close to you, you can make that release pretty close to their fucking head, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's the sling range, so you probably need about 12 feet to get it to go. But the reason I say that is, if you've got somebody with a bow, right, trying to deal with a melee situation or something in close, then now they've got that in their hands. Their whole thing is occupied. Where You literally, all you need is one hand for your sling, and you just nail somebody, and then get equipped. Like in one motion. It's interesting to think about these things, but when you see people use these weapons,
Mm-hmm.
actually watch how they.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Well, how many can you pack together? Not to totally derail everything, but how many? How much space? Like how many slingers can you pack together?
Oh well, so to use a sling, it's not so much. You do need probably a person and a half, but it's actually the release is like throwing a fastball like that. That's the
Okay.
release. You're not trying to whip things. Again, the guy was teaching how to use it, and it's really interesting. He says you're throwing a baseball, except for take out the ball and put a string in there and snap it like that.
Okay.
So it's actually much smaller. So it's a really powerful, versatile weapon for even in tight melee, even in a hallway in a dungeon. Um, you could snap that thing right down the hallway. Yeah. Anyways, as an aside, without even trying the other day, I bumped into that on these TikTok videos. Some guy was showing how to use a sling, an expert
Mm-hmm.
thrower, and he was going through all this. I went, "Oh my god, that's really an effective weapon."
Yeah. So you can get cast bullets of steel or metal for your
Lead.
sling. Lead. There you go. 5 for 3 silver. 3 silver will get you a pouch of 5.
All right. I need to just step up. I need a break here. I got to use the washroom. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. And I'm going to make a note that
That's expensive.
well, they're good. So since they are expensive, they'll do a +1 to damage.
These are not ordinary slingshot. They're marked with the cipher of our god.
Slingshot lead.
+1. Oops,
+1 damage.
Damage.
5 for 3. Silver pieces. Now, we gotta wait till.
Do we still have the silver statuette of the unknown god, or do we? Do something like that last time?
I forget what's going on there, but you had something to liquidate into coined, and I thought you spent it in Fenware.
I don't know, because there wasn't a lot in Fenware apart from the
no, there wasn't.
Twilight Inn.
Yep.
So unless we bought a massive amount of drink.
You didn't. We resolved that. Yeah. So you still had that statuette. And what did I give that a value at? Around 250 silver pieces?
I can't remember, but
that sounds good. I'll write it down. And I got a little, I call it the meta doom thread.
So we're up to again to, because I know we would sort of we seem to be breaking down all the treasure now. Into dividing it by, 3 or 4, I don't know yet.
4. 4 shares, there's 4 of you. Sell statue in Market Square.
50 divided by. So 62.5. So 62 silver, 5 bronze. What's that?
There was also the silver surgical instruments. Oh,
yes. I completely forgot about them.
And those are 250 silver a piece as well. I mean, the lot.
62.
4. So that's 500 silver to dump the statue and the instruments.
Thank you very much. 125 silver each. I'm rich. Each.
And to put that in perspective of your riches.
Oh, I lost the paper with it on.
The bargain, I'll give you the prices. Not that you have to stay there, but that'll give you an idea of the prices. The Bargain Pleasure Inn, you can get a room with 2 beds, which would sleep 4 people total for 40 silver pieces. 1 bed that would sleep 2 people is 30 silver pieces. Those rooms have washstands and locked chests. Meals are 6 silver pieces. And that's a night.
Sorry, I wrote all this stuff down. Because was it 10 bronze to 1 silver? No, 200 bronze, yeah. 10 bronze to 1 silver. It's 200 to 20, and 20 is 1 gold.
Yep.
So 10 bronze is 1 silver. Where did I put this? 5 bronze, because... Because I had, floor of an inn is 3 bronze, isn't it? So that's dormitory bunk 8 bronze, and the private room was 45 bronze. If that's still the same.
No, because those prices are silver.
I think that's all bronze, isn't it? On that.
Oh, Jesus,
thing.
You're right.
That's what kept messing me up. Sorry, and the groat is something less than silver. Because I was spending time to go, what the hell are groats? So what was the 45?
No, everything is in like a laborer. Let's see what you're saying. Fucking hell.
So that would be, the room would be like 400 and something bronze. But...
Yes.
And then I went down a whole rabbit hole of like other currency in this game. I was like, what? And Elric was like, gold wheels and stuff. I was like, what the hell? So that's what I mean. Like for the shot costs, it's a lot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is bronze. Yes, 5 bronze gets you.
That's a whole roast chicken.
Yeah, 3 bronze gets you 5 steel shot.
5 bronze.
You are correct. I'm terrible with money, by the way.
Well, in real life, this is why I fear this stuff. I'm terrible with money and maths.
Yeah.
So I end up confusing myself after a bit.
Or if you want to hire a blacksmith for 50 bronze for the day, you can have as many as you want made. Sky's the limit. Where are you going to put them? I don't know. So there you go. Yeah, 40 bronze a night. 40 bronze a night at the Bargain Pleasure. But Lion Diamond, at the conclusion of the market meeting, says if he knows, Garlod, he'll go running and blabbing to everybody that the Bloodstone Scimitar can be purchased, can be bought, and he's taking offers. And no one will believe him, of course, because the Bloodstone Scimitar is, a mythical item that wouldn't be sold in the open markets. But I'm sure that's going to generate some interest in a real player, because the Bloodstone Scimitar, an item such as this, is either lost to legend or should be in someone's private collection. My point being, as you guys are walking through the streets, is it by the time the sun sets over Kadar, this scimitar will not be safe. We will be marked men, and I propose to go meet my paramour, the lovely widow, Lady Donna Rosa, and leave the scimitar there before we return to the Bargain Pleasure and wait for Garlod to bring us the offers.
If you trust him, makes sense.
Well,
she's an aged widow, and I have my charms, and I've made her fond of me, and her son and their less than well kept manor here in the city has always been a good place for me to stash shit.
well, we should probably do that right away before he decides to get somebody to follow you, right?
Yes, this is where he wants to go right now.
Yeah. And Gen was saying, well, look, it's not Lion. It's not so much I don't trust you. The reality is I've been thinking about the practicality of this is great wealth and great money attracts great power, right? And the thing of it is do we want that chaos following us? We want to get some money out of this, stay alive, to go on to the next thing, hey? It's always just the next thing.
I can't see such a fine fucking item as this sold to some street urchin for mere scraps. This thing is worth a king's ransom. This is truly an item that I don't know how someone like Ironthorn got a hold of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even a person who's going to wield it on a regular basis better have his ability to meet all the challengers. Right?
This would be the greatest sale a jeweler could ever make. The glory that would be reaped upon Lion Diamond and the squares across. Oh shit! Of course.
Aerial again.
Yeah, I probably hit something. It's probably me waving my arms. I blame him. It's probably me.
No, that's fine.
No, I'm sure I'm waving my arms and like
no, don't worry about it.
But it's yes, he's all he wants to he wants to become legendary, the greatest jeweler in Xoth.
Well, then let's work together as a team here to stay safe to realize those ends. I mean, I ultimately might want to go back to farming here, and you want to become a merchant with your own store. So let's make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems that this sword has generated already a lot of interest.
Well, one of the things that we can do is to sell off the silver statue, which will give us some.
That's already happened. While you were taking a break, Xoth has already taken care of it. He's he sold the statue and the surgical tools, silver surgical tools, for a total of 500 silver pieces there in the market. And so that's been divvied up into 4 shares. So 500 divided by 4.
125 silver each, which is like 1,250 bronze, but I may be horrifically wrong.
No, you're right. That's what it's worth. That's what everything is in bronze there. Bronze is the average coin.
Did I say 1,250? I meant 20 million bronze.
No.
Damn it.
So yeah, and if you think of a private room or whatever, it costs 30 bronze a night. The money can go fast.
It's
The
3
money goes fast.
silver, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, and then of course we're in the city. You guys have got to play it safe, so you got to resist carousing because you have cash on hand. But the lady Donna Rosa lives in her crumbling home with a few servants and a few guards. It is rather. Sections of the building are actually collapsed. When you go through the foyer where there's two guards at the open entrance, what was once a great hall beyond is the ceiling is completely collapsed and filled in. And you have to go down a side hallway to get to the parlor. After one of the guards, rings a bell and an old servant comes forward with a weak oil lamp in his hand, burning fat, and he tells Lion Diamond's here to see the beautiful lady Donna Rosa. Escorted into the parlor, and he what does he do? Again, he hands you the sack that he has the bloodstone scimitar in. And while he's schmoozing up the lady Donna Rosa in the parlor, he would hope that you might find a good spot to hide this thing in the kitchen. Well, he entertains the lady Donna Rosa and gets the servants to bring Xoth some refreshments.
Right. Now, Gan looks inside the sack to see that the thing's actually in there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Jesus, it's kind of an awkward thing to hide now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a scimitar. It's well balanced too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weapon made for nobles.
Well, he'll walk in there, and first of all, he'll have a little look around to see what the situation is in there.
It's an unkept parlor with ragged tapestries on the wall, a glory long faded. The lady Donna Rosa is probably, well, let's see. Let's translate 74 into sword and sorcery years. So she's 45. Looks 74.
Right.
And her fat, ignorant son, drooling, mewling adult man child, sits on the rotting divine, and she's like, "Oh, look who's come to see us again! It's Sir Diamond the Fabulous," or whatever. She's obviously incredibly enamored, and he gives her incredible, it seems sincere affection.
Yeah.
Oh, Diamond, I have no more jewelry to sell you.
Yeah.
Well, is there anybody in the room to actually witness something being stashed in there at all?
Yeah. There's several servants. There's 3 servants of various ages. There's 1, 2, 3 exits out of this room. There's there's a cluster of old couches and divans that they sit around in a wide open brazier with coals in it, and the smoke goes up through a hole in the ceiling.
Good, clean coal.
Right.
And she's like snapping her fingers and tread well, fetch the cheese tray, the good one. And he goes wandering towards, first he goes in one direction, then changes course, and then heads to another direction and wanders off.
Right. So, well, Gen's just shaking his head. He's thinking, "Oh my God!" So he looks at Lion, and he's kind of like, "Really? We're gonna, And because this place is surrounded by, there's people everywhere in here, right? Could witness the fact that we're stashing a sword, right?
Yes, but it's also very dark and weakly lit, and there's some servants, and there's two guards in this room.
Gen's just going to be
Suzerain, good old fashioned Suzerain mercenaries. Oh yeah.
Now, so Gen's going to go wandering off to the privy there, right? He asks, where that's located.
Mm-hmm. One of the servants points down a hallway.
All right. Well, then probably Gen could probably just follow his nose after that, right? And so he's going to go and check that out, just as a
rats scurry in the hall, and just past a couple of doors, which probably go to some bed chambers. The hallway continues forward, but it's not lit. You'd have to grab a candle from the parlor or something like that to give you some illumination.
Right. Well, I mean, so the privy's not lit. Is it outside the building, or is it inside and they have a bucket or something like that?
The privy is further down the end of this hallway. You just can't see the end of it.
Oh yeah, but can you smell something's down there though?
Yes, you may. Yes, you can smell. Yep.
God, right.
Yep. After you pass a couple of doorways to your left and right that go to other rooms, there is would be considered the privy.
Right.
And part of the wall where may have been a window up high up. He went there. He went away. So I must have moved something. I bet it's me. I'm going to blame me.
Is there a way of checking in this? A way for him to check this? Because I remember, like Google Hangouts, you could like check the bandwidth and stuff. Can you? I don't know if you could do that on this.
No, that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen. But there, it's daylight, so you can get some light coming in here. Maybe some moss flying around, and immediately to your left and right, some doors to some other chambers.
So whilst Gen is checking out the privy, I will be introducing myself to Donna Rosa and her son. And I'll be very flattering. I'll get down on one knee, all that kind of business.
And there's you can notice battered shields on the wall and maybe some old heraldry to riff off of.
In that case,
she's delighted to hear fantastic tales.
I forgot one of which.
Then her fat son bangs his hands together like sodden hams.
He's giggling.
Well, Gan's going to try and look for now that potentially nobody's actually watching him, right? He's
Yes.
looking now
yes.
for a place to hide this thing.
Okay. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to see if I got this is going to pay off here.
Behind a piece of faded tapestry, there's a small cleft in the stone wall. Just the right size for a sword with a huge ruby dot on the hilt.
Yes, actually, there's the privy has a fireplace in it.
Ooh.
Hasn't been used in a long time, but to keep the place warm on those cold windy nights when the steppe winds blow in the mantle, and so you could stick it up there. Actually,
Okay, well, that's what it'll do then.
All right. Make a note of this so we can come back later.
in the privy.
Privy, fireplace.
Fireplace privy.
Did Xoth notice anybody following Gen as he left? Any servants, any of the guards, or was he kind of
No.
Okay.
No. And the cheese tray, the cheese is awful.
So awful, the Canadian left.
Ah, God damn! This is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a rat. Well, I'm not gonna start freaking out.
Audio. Maybe turn the camera off. That might do something. I don't know. There's a bandwidth thing.
No, it's it could be a
Signal.
Firefox thing actually. Yeah, because this camera, the thing's being done inside a browser, right?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Restream is a browser based.
Yeah.
You have
on
left.
your studio.
You have betrayed almighty Google.
and I use it because it streams and records at the same time. And I can throw up cool maps like this. Whee!
That isn't even how does that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you've angered the gods of Google, and therefore you must be punished.
Yep. They have your records. But Lion Diamond is pleased with the day's events, and he's ready to head back to the Bargain Pleasure, get his room, and put his feet up.
Brushing crumbs of poor goat's cheese from my moustache, I will thank the lady, Donna Rosa. After regaling her with some slightly iffy stories of nightly daring do, which has a lot of ums and ahs in it. Yes, my lady Donna Rosa, I was a knight of Jet, and I remember once when we were on a crusade against the things in the cold wastes up further north. It was a terrible time. I almost had to eat my squire. It was so cold. The visions were so low.
Well, so Diamond, how long do you think? How much chaos is going to get kicked up from this scimitar? Word of this scimitar.
Quite a bit. But I'm confident that I'll get a lead on a legitimate buyer that'll recognize the opportunity. And we will reap a king's ransom.
Right. For something like this, don't you think it would be smart for us to actually leave this city and go somewhere and have them meet us there so that we could see them at a distance to see what's heading our way. Because in the city, they could come at us from several directions, basically just take what they want. Take us, torture us, right? I mean,
Yeah, but if the deal's not done in the city, that means I'm cutting out the Thieves Guild and I'll never be able to do business in the city.
Honestly,
yeah,
Going through this route, I'm
Curry's bases.
the Thieves Guild will become aware of it, and therefore, somehow, somewhere, the deal they will get their cut. If I take it outside the city, we will probably be marked.
To be honest, I think we're marked as it is. This sword seems to have caused quite a stir.
yeah.
It's going to be hard to keep it, to sell it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why he thought the lady, the disgraced or the inconsequential widow of Frog Manor there has always been a useful stash place for him.
She's a lovely woman. The son's a bit of an idiot, but she was a lovely woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see a normal woman be brought so low.
Yeah. And,
one of the things...
and Garlod is a glass blower, but he is also a creature of what's his name? Joran, the glass blowers guild master. And he's one of the 3 most powerful merchants in the city.
Well, that's good. That's some protection.
And also someone who would possibly be a potential buyer.
Well, the thing is, I don't think we should.
God damn us all to hell.
I think we should just... I don't know. How is this city formed? Is it because there's going to be like, I would have thought the main part of the city and then you get the worse and worse areas, and then outside the walls will be a shanty town of some sort. So how far will we need to go?
Well,
yeah, as far as to go, but will the buyers be willing to follow?
Mm.
You're a rich fat cat. Are you going to pack a bunch of wealth and head outside the city away from your walled villas and your men and your poison tasters and
yeah, well, it depends on how much they're thinking that they're gonna try and make. So suddenly everybody's gonna want to leverage this thing into cash, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All along the way.
Yeah.
It also
well,
seems
Lion
this
Diamond
sword
seems to wants to leverage reputation as well as cash.
But it seems that this sword is not just a sword. It's
the Bloodstone Scimitar.
Yeah, it's a thing of itself.
Right. Well, a couple of things is
and where has it been, and how did Ironthorn end up with it?
Yeah, is it one of those things that I have this sword, therefore I have this right now because I've got the sword?
Yes. It's a legendary item that was wielded by some king that gave legitimacy to a hereditary claim to rule the Ash Steppe, which was once a thriving kingdom before the wrath of the gods came and volcanic fucking ash strewed and whatever.
So it's like an Excalibur. I'm king because I've got this sword.
Yep. And
Holy
also, yes. So there was always two theories about it. Is that something? It was lost to time, or it was possessed by someone in a personal collection. Because though it had incredible value, it also is a powerful political tool.
Well, especially if we like we're dealing with gods as well.
Yep.
What's his god's name?
Well, is there another place around here where we could sell this? Like another city? Gan asks. Ryan?
Well, there is definitely a fucking factual answer to that. Here is our map of our world, and we are in Kadar, correct?
Yes.
And you can see down there where it says 100 miles with the little scale. So yes, there are other cities, and that's where they are. There's Ashad, there's Kargamon on the coast, there's just Gazath, Gazor, City of the Sea Lords, Isle of the Sea Reavers, probably not a good place to go and try to sell it. But distances are also very vast, too.
It's I don't think anything's under 100 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
could we sell it at a temple? Is that classed as sort of neutral territory? No.
You want to sell in the whoops, want to change it. You want to sell to the temple priests of Balthar?
Well, no, could we sell in one of their temples? Hold the kind of auction there, give the priests a cut, and just say, like, no, we'll be protected because it's holy ground, and if we get killed there, or it will anger the gods.
That's totally something that you could try. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the idea of having an auction in public so that it's out in the open, right?
Oh.
Gen says the longer we keep this thing, the greater chances that we forfeit our lives over something, right? So,
well, the problem with selling it in public is probably Forces Set B would never let it happen. He's concerned, and it would cause a riot.
Well, metagaming a bit. Apparently, Balkadar these lavish temples are filled with ram-headed statues, golden sun discs, and sacred swords. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe the high priest would like it.
But how do we secure payment?
Oh, if you can't trust a priest, you can't trust anybody.
How do we get paid without
dying? It's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one. And this is where we all must make our carousing roll, because you're getting mighty thirsty and you have coin in your pocket and you have these vexing problems that you can't just solve with a fucking sword swing, and you're penetrating the knot, which is the city-state of Kadar. So you're trying to make a 5 or better ego test.
Oh dear, this ain't going to work because I've got D6. I fell with a... Yes, I fell. It's been a long time since I've had a drink.
Yeah.
That cheese was mighty dry.
I roll. I failed as well. I rolled a 2.
Okay. 25% of your silver coin in your pocket. Let's just divest yourself of that right now.
Okay.
So we had 135 then?
25, I think. You probably had more because you got your stuff from beforehand.
No, but you gave us 125.
Yes. On
Silver.
the statue. Yeah.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
tool.
And 25% of that has just gone away in just wine.
So I spent, is that 25 silver? So, oh, okay. There's 100 silver left. We've feasted. We've bought round after round.
And this discussion veered off the street on your way to the bargain pleasure, and you ended up in a tavern called the Sun and the Moon.
And Jock has been spending his money on lots of ale. He's bought himself some Joy Girls. He's gambled.
Yeah, I can imagine Jock's gone a little wild there.
He's
Now that
Well,
he's
now, yeah, and I'll have to make one for Lion Diamond as well. But now you have to roll to avoid a carousing mishap, which once again is a 5 or better ego roll. Lion Diamond has, what has he got for specialism? Nothing that's going to help him. He has an ego of 6. D6. He gets a 6. He manages not to get a mishap.
I get a mishap.
You have a mishap, sir?
Yes.
Jacques. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. How about Gen? Gen, were you able to avoid a carousing mishap?
no.
Okay, so each one of you, Jacques, give me your percentile roll first.
Oh, D100 then.
Yes, please, if you wouldn't mind.
A minute. 50. 60.
My friend, you spent your money on drink, companionship, and trinkets for your new friends. Lose another 25% of your cash.
It's not. Oh well, easy come, easy go.
Again, make your roll, please.
I got 37.
You incurred someone's anger or angered yourself and have agreed to a duel.
Ooh.
And it is with a priest of Balth. What are they? The priests of Balthar?
Bal Kadar.
Balkadar. Because he got wind of you guys talking about the Bloodstone Scimitar. And of course, he accused you of being a liar. Because everyone knows that that's, in the sacred treasure troves of the temple. And that the priests hold that sword in the right hand of the saint, blah 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 bullshit. So you can tell me when and where you've agreed to a duel with this priest, and what are some of the possible locations? I guess you have. There's the Red Bull Market. There's probably in front of the Viscount's Palace, maybe even the grounds of the Temple of Heaven there. Merchants' Quarter, Slaves' Quarter, Warriors' Quarter, Shepherds' Quarter.
Is this place not civilized? Does it not have fighting pits?
Oh, it does have fighting pits. The fuck yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
I seem to find myself light of coin after that last strumpet.
So again, Ken asked Lion. He says, what are the laws against something like this? Like, all bets are off here around these kind of stuff?
Actually, let's see.
Like, to
My
the blood,
first
to the death.
my first reaction is, as long as the Thieves Guild gets a cut on any stakes being wagered at the event, it's all good. Especially since it's a priest, because the priest, the local the city watch, the palace watch for the Viscount, the White Tigers, probably not get involved.
But
Well-
does it have to be to the death or to the blood or
To the blood, yes.
The blood.
Usually, yep, quarter to quarter. A duel is to quarter. Death could get you arrested, yes. Yep.
Right.
And the wearing of armor in the streets, it can get you arrested and taken away. Coming
Cool.
through the city gates, wearing your armor is fine, but at some point you should be declaring, if you're declaring that you are, staying somewhere and taking it off.
I'll take my chainmail off then and bundle it up.
Well, Gan doesn't have any on anyways,
Yeah.
right?
That is correct, and I think Lion
So
Diamond just
this
has a
guy is
leather
there.
jerkin. Leather
So how
really isn't considered armor, by the way. Leather jerkins and stuff are.
How big is this guy?
The priest?
Yeah.
He looks like a cunning man. He's not a brute. He carries a rapier. He has ringlets, oiled ringlets. He's not poor, haughty, so probably trained.
Yeah.
He's
you
a
can
prep
take
school
this man
kid.
again.
He's a prep school kid.
Right. So basically, he just starts running his mouth in public, then, right? Is what's going on here?
Well, he hears about the sword. So he's
Yes,
babbling about the
yes.
sword.
He heard snippets about the sword because we've established that this religion, this cult, has a thing for swords. So they know of this. They claim that they possess it. The temple claims it's in the possession of one of their hallowed saints, and therefore is in their treasure troves. So the fact that you ruffians are in possession or are going to be part of some sale of a collector's item, he calls you all liars.
Heresy. Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Right.
So that's how that transpired.
So Gan says to him, he says, so even if I beat you to a pulp, once I grab you, then you're still going to be running your mouth off for the same reason you started running your mouth off. So really, what is this all going to accomplish, he says to him.
Oh, it's the trial by combat. It'll bear witness to
The god.
to the god. Yeah.
No, the reality is I think you're just interested in bettering your reputation, and you've eyed me up as some country bumpkin, and so what are you doing? So, and well, Gen's kind of pretending like he's fucking drunk and stuff like that, but he's talking loud enough so everybody around him could actually hear all this,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
no, you're good and drunk. You failed both carousing rolls. You're good and fucking drunk.
Jock is very drunk and he's going, kill the fool. Go on, Gan.
and Lion Diamond is interjecting, trying to give you some of the the rules of the game, the local rules of the game.
It's calling us fucking liars. Stitch him up.
So, Mark, when you're drunk, you immediately go to Scottish.
No, I go to accents I can't remember what I did 10 seconds ago.
Okay, yes. I thought you're anti-Scottish. They're all nothing but a bunch of drunken poltroons.
I'm proud of it too.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, how far away is this guy from Gan?
Well, you're in the sun and the moon, so you're in a tavern. I guess you guys, he's standing and you guys are around the table. So he approached the table and harangued you all.
Right.
Oh no, this is a holy pub as well.
So basically, we have a shit ton of witnesses here that this guy just walked up and started mouthing us.
Yep. He says the necropolis at dawn.
Oh.
That was me. I hit the table hard. That was me.
Oh no, he's a coward. He's run for it. I thought he was a braver man than that.
I swear to God, I figured it out. I hit the table really hard and you dropped out. I'm just going to keep my hands off the table.
Really? I'll try it again.
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep my hands up in the air.
Are you just re-logging in to get back in, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I click them back in. Yeah. Yep. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what we'll
sunspots, maybe.
I've never actually used an online connection before like this. This is the first time because it takes up a lot of bandwidth, and I don't have a lot of bandwidth to spare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll just have to use it. We'll just have to use Discord next week.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of. Now, one of the things is so he's not within throttling range, though, right? So
you'd have to stand up first. There would be. Yes, you would have to roll a speed check or something like that if you wanted to get from your sitting position to standing and grab him before he could make a move.
I imagined us in like a kind of booth in the inn. There's women. There's scraps of food. There's knocked over tankards.
Lion Diamond elbows you and goes, "How good are you?" Could be a wagering opportunity.
Well,
he'll take a lot of money as the local favorite.
Right. So first of all, Gen's sitting there. This guy he walks up and starts mouthing off to me. First of all, he says, "What right of you to accost me like this? You don't know me from anywhere. I refuse you and everything you stand for in terms of your offensiveness here. I'm not meeting you anywhere to do anything. I'm not done anything to you."
And the inn goes, "Ooh."
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
And while he's saying that, he's now starting to act like he's really drunk and stuff like that, right? And he's standing up and he's kind of like, and he's doing the arm waving. He's basically doing, the whole thing where he's acting like the inexperienced whatever, right? And then so he basically is trying to edge closer and closer to this guy because he wants to jump him and grab him by the throat and wrestle him to the ground and beat the shit out of him right there.
Got it. If he rolls a 7 or 8 on his ego die, he can regain control of himself. Otherwise, you've successfully gotten him to take enraged him, and there's going to be no duel in the future because you've blasphemed and sent him over the edge. And Yeah, screams for the blood of the heretic. I rolled a 1, so he becomes enraged at your blasphemy and goes for his weapon to strike you dead.
Uh-oh.
So you may, you've created yourself that opening. We're going to have an action die. You roll this guy up.
So what Gen's move to do, because he doesn't want to let that guy use his weapon.
Okay.
He's going to rush the guy. And when he was a kid, he did a lot of wrestling with his friends out there in the country, right? They beat the shit out of each other on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna want to get this guy in a position where Gen's got the advantage. He's gonna grapple the shit out of this guy, right, and then beat the hell out.
Okay. Let's roll our action die, and if he wins, he can bring his rapier to bear. If not, he does not. And I will add that into the calculation.
But as role players, we fear grapple because grapple rules always suck.
Yeah. Jock, are you going to do anything? Would you like to do
I
anything?
am just drinking more ale and shouting, "Fight! Fight! Fight!"
Fight. Okay. The priest rolls a 3.
That's his total?
It's his total without his scimitar. If he beat your action die roll, then I'm going to add in his scimitar, which would give him a 5.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
Okay. So what happened did happen. He gets a 5. You go to grapple him. You do grapple him, but he does strike you with his rapier for 3 points of damage. Are you wearing any type of armor anywhere?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm still wearing my my leather jerkin.
Okay, so he strikes you in the guts, which is your body. Does your jerkin cover that? I think it does.
Yes.
So you take 2 points of damage as you barrel him to the ground. His rapier, I guess you foul up his rapier, but he has a dagger as well. So he's able to stick you with the dagger in the chest as you both, in the guts as you both go to the ground.
Right. Okay.
Next combat round. So everyone declare what they're going to do. Ken, we'll start with you since you're in the hot seat.
So I was all healed up though from before, right?
Yes. We're all starting with max hit points. We're back in town.
Oh, okay.
New adventure, why not, right? And true sword and sorcery fashion, we begin the new adventure, not the session, but since we're at a new adventure, which I'm calling Whisper of Midnight.
Oh, nice.
Right.
It's taken us a while to get here anyway, so
Yeah. So that all tracks. But yeah, you take 2. As now you're in the piss, blood, and the beer. Stools are kicking back.
a ring is formed.
Yeah.
All right. So does Buddy have 2 things in his hand now? He's got a rapier and a dagger on the go?
Yeah. Well, let's say he drops the rapier because it's ineffectual at this point since you've grappled him.
Right. Okay.
So the rapier is on the ground. Dagger is in his hand. Dirk. It's a dirk.
Right.
Big.
Okay. So Gen's going to use his own barnyard wrestling thing. And as you know, if you've watched wrestlers, if you get around on somebody's back, right? Like you're on their back. Like how are they gonna? They can't stab in behind themselves, right? So yeah, so Gen's maneuver is to basically get on this guy's back and pin his arms, right? And then start to choke him out. Like he's done 1,000 times to his cousins and the bully down the street and all the rest of that, right? Because this son of a bitch probably has never grappled in his whole life. He's probably used his rapier and his attitude. So, so
Yep, yep.
that's what
But he's
Gen's
also
move is.
well fed. He's oiled. His breath is of honeyed mead, and his armpits smell of sandalwood.
Right. So yeah, so that's what Gen's all about here.
Your opponent rolls a 1
Oh, nice.
as he tries to
All
stick
right.
you.
I just rolled a 9 plus my 2 is I rolled an 11.
Yeah, so that's you own this guy. You bring the fight to a quick stop.
Right.
You can make him call uncle, you can choke him out and make him go unconscious.
Right. So I stand him up, but I get him to drop his weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's wringing his
Yeah.
wrist, right? Like
Right.
they're creaking, like you brought it to the point of breaking.
Right. Okay. So then so Gen yells out.
John, bruise me such.
Gen yells out. He says, "You challenged me in our honor. You walked into my repose. I met your challenge, and consider this settled, or I'll kill you here now."
He
Speak it in
leaves. He
public.
leaves in disgrace.
Does he agree though in public? I say.
Yes. He hisses it out of
Right.
clenched teeth.
Okay.
And he grabs his toadies, 2 of them, as he leaves, his lackeys. Yeah,
right. Now, so this is when Gan probably lost all his cash, right? Because that 25% of it's silver, he says, and I'll buy a round for the house right at that point in time. Everybody cheers and stuff.
Yep. Yep. Everyone knows of Gen the Great in the Sun and Moon wine shop.
Right.
On the edge of the Temple District.
And then so Gen turns around and he looks at Lion Diamond. He says, are these locals usually that stupid?
Oh, the priestly class, of course, yes.
It's like,
they have, yeah.
Could you imagine? I'd imagine he's I figure him at around 175 pounds of just wily farm boy, right? Who's been through thousands of fist fights and hard work and toil and everything. And this was nothing, right? He just launched at this guy and ate him.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 Sent the rapier skittering across the floor. Did take a shot to the guts, but yeah, embarrassed the guy. Made him whimper like a bitch.
Well,
or a child or a squealing pig. Completely embarrassed.
I'm guessing we'll not be using the priests to sell the sword now.
Yeah, Lion Diamond sees that happening probably pretty close as well. Yep.
So one of the things that Gan does when he sobers up, Jay, is when nobody's looking, like literally when nobody's looking, out in the street somewhere, he is going to stash 25 silver behind a rock somewhere. That really can't. So that's his emergency money in case something goes sideways.
Okay. That makes me want to roll on a random table.
Again, you beat him so quickly I was unable to put a bet on you. I knew you would win. You got the look of a fighter about you.
Roll me some percentile, Gen.
Well, Jock, in my experience, these assholes are all mouth and no action, really.
That's a shame he's a priest, though. That can't be good.
Well, they're half crazy. They stand around and do nothing all day. There's no useful work you get out of those, I could imagine. 74 is what he rolls.
Well, lesson learned. Maybe we should keep stum about the sword. It seems excite the religious folk.
In the alley behind a printer and engraving shop. They're engraving, they etch tombstones.
Right. So yeah.
And monuments to the dead.
Yeah. So Gan, well, that's kind of ominous. Gan just pauses over the foretelling of that, and he stashes 25. So they have some get out of Dodge money.
Got it.
Regardless of what goes down, he's got money to survive on for the next thing, right?
Yep. And Lion Diamond says, let's get ourselves to the bargain pleasure before we're but paupers arrested and swinging on the gibbets of the streets of Kadar.
Well, so Lion, are you proposing we spend all of our time in the taverns? Well, look at this chaos here. Why are we not spending our time in the hotel here?
Oh no, he's hoping at the Bargain Pleasure Inn where he has had Laker Axe take rooms that they can spend the night and hopefully Garlord will show up with information on potential buyers and perhaps where we can make a deal.
Right.
Obviously not in the wild taverns and streets of Kadar.
Yeah. Well, Gen says before that happens, he wants to swing by and go grab some, at least 5, 10, because he doesn't, well, let's say 15. He wants to grab 15 good high quality bullets for his sling.
Okay.
And also he wants to find out if there's an armorer there, because he does have some money, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 110. Well, he's got 110, so he stashed 25. Stashed 25. So that means 110. So he's got 85 silver left. He wants to find out what a good quality well, I mean, he wants to get the bullets, but he wants to get see what a decent helmet will cost him.
I'll tell you what a decent helmet will cost you.
Like
a decent helmet will cost you anywhere from 200 to 300 silver pieces.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
maybe just a leather cap.
Well, that's not really what he needs. He might as well just wear a hat if he's going to do that. You need some metal on your head. And
a steel. You can get a steel. You can get a steel cap for 100 silver pieces.
Yeah. Well.
Well, I didn't touch anything. My hands were holding this. He's right there. Yeah.
No, we'll forego that. I didn't realize. Yeah.
You're looking at a leather coif is 100 silver pieces, gives you +1 head protection. A steel cap costs 100 silver pieces, but it'll give you +3 protection. And a full helm costs 350 silver pieces, but it'll give you +3 to your head and your throat.
So the metal helmet costs the same as a leather. Is that right?
Yes, but gives you more protection.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a bargain then.
Yeah. No need to... Well, we'll wait until we cash out here before we do that. All right. Mm-hmm. So we'll get some bullets. Because he's normally rock picking everywhere he goes. You always see him looking at the ground. He picks up a rock. He wants the nice round ones. Turns
Yeah.
out you do need round bullets. That guy that was doing that little tutorial, he said, yeah, you need round rocks because they sit in the pouch really well, right?
Oh yeah.
Also aiming.
Yeah.
When you flick them, so they don't fall out when you try and throw them, right?
Yep.
Meanwhile, Jacques is putting more money down the cleavage of buxom women.
Yeah.
So if Gen sees this going down the trail and says, Jock, give me some of your money. Give me 25 silver pieces before things go sideways, because I'm not lending you out of my poke, out of my share.
Nope.
Right now.
My money is my money.
Yeah, well, yeah, but my money is suddenly going to be your money when you've got nothing to spend and you're living on the streets. We need you.
Your money? What?
You've
No.
been locked up for too long underground. You need to slow down. So give me 25. In fact, give me 50 and I'll feed it back to you when you need it.
I'm no child, boy. I can look
Yeah,
after me.
but the thing is where I'm watching you and I'm worried. Give me 50 of your silver.
You're worried. I'm not the one who pisses off a priest.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing to that guy.
My money is my money. And
give me 50 there, because I'm not lending you
No.
anything, and I need
will slam
you.
down the tankard and say, no. I'm sorry,
No,
boy.
I'm doing this when he's sober, right? I'm doing this when he's sober.
Yeah,
we're not sober. We're drunk.
Lion Johnny is enjoying this.
I'm not giving any of you my money.
Okay, well then,
this conversation, I'm imagining, is happening in the streets of Gadar between the Sun and Moon and the bargain.
And
pleasure.
So Lion, you're witness to this, Jacques. I'm not grub staking you when you're broke, buddy. And if you're broke and you're living on the streets, you could get picked off by them.
And held in the honor of a jeweler of the first rank.
Right. And
me and Diamond are singing red songs.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Jacques, you'll be able to, when the deal goes through, you'll be able to live the high life for the next 2 years straight. But until that happens, we need to stick together as a team. Did you see that stupid asshole try to take me out over nothing? That's just the start.
Yeah. He was defending his god. We said we had his sword.
No.
It wasn't nothing.
And Jacques, you're having a hard time at this point taking your eyes off on a beggar cooking a fucking cat. A skin cat.
Oh, God. So
nice cat burger, go lovely now.
So
I always get a hunger after drinking.
So Gen looks at Laker, right? And because he figures that she's probably
Lion Diamond. Laker is, or are you at the bargain pleasure now? Because that's where Laker is.
Yeah.
She's the one-legged sword swinging mercenary.
Yeah, exactly. Then he's probably gonna. This is. Gen hits the whole troop up when he figures he's got them at their most rational state, right? Because he's trying to get some strategy together here. He just kind of sobered up after that last asshole, right? So he looks at Laker. He says, Laker, help me out here. Like, we need, the four of us, we need to be strong for what? The next week until all this blows through? We can't be broke. We can't be drunk in the bar. So this really shook Gen, right? He's kind of over his head here in the big city, right? He's kind of like,
because money goes fast. Yeah.
No more carousing. Gen's done with that.
Well,
that depends on our roles.
Exactly. Laker, I guess, did well on her role. Because she plans on taking meals in her room and smoking her tobacco by the fire here in the bargain pleasure, and
right,
and is just hoping that the deal goes through.
Yeah. Right. So are we agreed? Jacques, there's no more wild spending there because you're going to be broke within a couple of days. You're going to be robbed. And then what? Now I'm paying you for your room?
Well, I don't understand this, my friend Gen. I am oath-bound to you, but I quite remember us both getting drunk.
Yeah,
So
well, that
why would
time
I
as
trust
well.
ye with my money when you've already spent a load of yours?
Well, you're oath-bound.
I hasten to add that it wasn't me who punched out a priest of
Okay, but
Balagadar.
on your oath, you're to protect me and be around by my side, and I'm going to be in this room, and we're not carousing anymore. We can order in some wine, and you can have some like that just for the next week, and then we'll reassess what's going on. We might have to leave to go out and to leave this.
Why does he want my money?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Because he knows he wants to be the hero when everyone's broke. He goes, I remember where I stashed the money. I remember where I stashed the money. But
see, if I was evil, that money wouldn't be there.
yeah, no, but I remember conversations like this with fucking roommates back in my early 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
No, leave that cash there. We got to pay rent tomorrow. As long as that's still in the bread box, we're good. Don't take it with us.
Yeah, well, again, okay, so again just leans into Jacques. Look at, we chose you. We got you out of that hell. You're oath bound. Give me half your goddamn money. It's yours, but it's going to be used for food and for lodging. That's it. I'm not stealing your money. I want to make sure you get more when the deal gets done, or you're still with us so we can get the hell out of here with our skins intact.
I don't want to offend you, friend Gen, but I am oath-bound to you. My money isn't. So, fuck off. And I will storm up and head towards the bed.
And that's when Garlaw, the glass blower, arrives at the Bargain Pleasure.
Okay.
In the evening here to report, looking anxiously for Lion Diamond.
Right. Another thing that Gen wants to do is figure out some escape routes out of he's been and I was going to mention this to you before, Jay. As he walks around the city, he is basically, because he spent a lot of time in the bush and stuff like that, he's always getting his bearings, right? He figures the city is another wilderness, right? And that streets are just game trails, and even the routes in and out of his inn and stuff like that, he's getting totally his bearings, is what he's doing the whole time since day one, right?
And I do have a map of the city. It's not a complicated map, but I haven't been able to, over the last week, to get my printer and scanner to work. But it's the city is, I'll call it kind of pear-shaped or a crude drawing of a house. It's kind of peaked towards the top, oblong and fat near the bottom. And you got 4 quarters. There's the Shepherd's Quarter, the Palace Center, Merchants Quarter, Slaves Quarter, and what they call the Warriors Quarter. Farmlands to the north and west of Fertile Plains. You have a north gate and a south gate. The Palace of the Viscount is right in the center of the city, and that is a walled compound. And the Palace District is right to the east of it. And the Red Bull Market is just north of the Palace District. And the Bargain Pleasure is when you come through the north gate, kind of on the northeast sector, which would be the, no surprise, the Shepherd's Quarter.
Right.
That is where the Bargain Pleasure is found.
Going again?
He will be changing the Discord because I think he has better reliability there. We'll see him come up pretty quickly. Here we go. Oh my God. Fee, shut the fuck up.
Oh, is that your speaker again?
Yeah. Doctor Who
Yes.
has K9, I have Fee.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
That's Rumba.
Rumba, yeah, love her. She's awesome.
Did it actually work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. And and the genius of it is it's just going around, bumping and going and covering, but it's just doing it for the time it's doing it. Like it doesn't stop, right? So it helps keep up. I still have to vacuum, every week and vacuum the rugs and stuff like that. But on the daily, sure, with a cat in the house and stuff like that, it's just, it'll go into the bathroom, it'll go back to the bedroom, it'll cover the living room, it just rolls around, it'll get stuck in places, but I've learned to put things, kind of bump it out. Bumper cars, but yeah, it's we call it Fee. It's Fee. She's our droid. It's R2D2, man.
I was never sure they worked, but okay, cool. Especially with cat.
Yep. Yeah, because you got to keep up on stuff, and it just helps you do the constant because, it's programmed this time of the day, and this is normally on a work day. Sherry and I are both out of the house.
Oh, okay. So it just wanders around doing its thing.
Yeah, well, we're not here. Yep. And, and if we come home and it's at its little base, that means it didn't get stuck anywhere. Otherwise, you find it stuck somewhere, and you can tell by the amount of stuff that it collected how well it did. But, and it's just it's just another character in the house. It's another non-player character in the house, along with Forky, Spoonie, all that shit.
Okay. All right. Okay. So then, having said that, then probably I would have just had just a bit more to Gen's little. Gen probably would have assessed, which gate is a good one to get the hell out of Dodge one, and he would have hid his stash money along the route. So you can imagine Gen sees shit go sideways. He's not naive to what could happen with the sword, right? And
that's back north the way you came. I forgot what it's called, but there is, on that eastern road out of town, it's called the Wild Pony. Is a great, tavern and coaching stop and stuff. And then it's Fenware, and then you can go due north into the Ash Plains and bumfuck in the Bedouin tribes. Eventually, you keep on going east. You get towards the Nabastis River Delta towards Cargamum.
Mm-hmm.
But
so Gen says to Lion, he says, "Well, why don't you just deal with the Thieves Guild? The Thieves Guild right off the bat, then, and the sooner that we actually get rid of this thing, right? Because our lives are actually worth money, right? Worth something to us, right? So even if we got 1,000 silver, and somebody in the later on down the trail makes a killing off this thing, at least they're fighting amongst themselves, and it's not us. So why don't we just sell this thing to the Thieves Guild straight up? They've got the muscle.
Because I don't know how to make direct contact with the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild is not just a cartel of back alley, gang lords or whatever. The Thieves Guild is a significant power.
Right. Well, I mean,
so
basically,
the deal will probably have to happen under their direction, and the buyers will not appear unless the Thieves Guild is known to give its blessing on the auction or the sale.
Right. So this whole thing needs to be negotiated is really what's got to come down to it, right?
Exactly. I mean, and who is the leader of the Thieves Guild is the biggest mystery in Kadar. Many say it's the Viscount. Others say it's one of the 3 most powerful merchants in the city, who I suppose will be one of the eventual buyers. So if I knew who to go to the Thieves Guild, I would, but there's no straight path, and we as soon have our throats cut as getting an audience.
Well, yeah.
That's how Lion Diamond is sizing it up.
It's also too late now. The world is on the street.
Lion, you're obviously proceeding down this path. So you've got experience in this and we don't. Do you expect to actually survive this?
Who wants to live forever? No guts, no glory. Legends aren't born from playing it safe.
Right.
And he's got twinkle in his eye. Yes, he's a glory and wealth. He's intoxicated by the idea of wealth and fame.
And you can hear Jock upstairs asking Laker if she knows anything about keeping chainmail in a working condition.
Yes, she does. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You meant to oil it up? I didn't know that.
Yep. Beeswax and lard-based soap.
I've never done that before. It is getting a bit rusty. So yeah, she sort of we're chatting about how to upkeep armor properly.
Yes. And that seems to be her stock and trade. Her language is weapons. Weapons and closed ranks.
Right.
All right. So did I get my my bullets then?
Yes, you did.
Deduct the money.
And
so you said Gorman, no, not Gorman, Garlog has returned. He's the middleman, isn't he?
yes, he is. Yeah.
Let's take off some silver for.
All right. So I'm looking to get. These are going to be my super stash. I want to get 15 of them.
Okay.
And they give you +1 to damage, don't they? So.
Yeah. Having them cast give you +1 to damage. Whatever your final damage total is on your opponent, we're going to bump it by 1 when you use those.
I didn't even. Yeah, that's one of the things here. I've just got to hit, but I don't have to damage here. What's the damage on the sling?
The damage is the difference between a ranged attack is a target number based on range. Mostly it's a 4. So you got to get a 5 or better to cause damage. So if someone's at short range, you got to get a 4 or better to hit them. But if a 4 is no damage, 5 would be 1 point, 6 would be 2, 7. So yeah, you want to get always rolling high is best. So the sling, actually using the sling in a range specialism, you'll have anywhere from you'll have like a +3 to your die roll.
Yeah, well, I sunk a point. I had +2 originally, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's figure this out. This is an action thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get automatically. That's one of my skills was +2. Right, I sunk another point into it, so it was +3. So is that what it is to use that now?
And then the sling gives you, using the weapon, a sling gives you a +1.
So yeah, +4 together.
So you have a +4 to your action die roll.
And then,
okay, but that was actually my specialty, was that as well.
Yeah,
that's the +3.
Yeah, that's the +3.
Okay, so I'm at +4 with that thing. All right.
Yep. with an additional +1 to damage after the damage total is figured.
Worked out.
Okay.
So now it can start killing people in one blow
Right.
with a good roll. Yeah, and the three tensions are high between the three major merchants. And they are the Glassblower Guild Master, the Tanner's Guild Master, and the Charcoal Burners Guild Master.
Friend Garlog, it's good to see you. What news do you bring? Have you found a buyer?
We found yes, there's many that are interested, and it's all been petitioned, and the Thieves Guild has declared a location where the buyers can assemble and the sale can be made.
So
Now, is there an auction going on for this?
Yes, there's one been declared.
I
And
was hoping you could advise us who was the safest one to buy it. I think I was prepared to take a loss on the money if it brought us safety.
But with tension so high, the merchants won't enter a deal unless it's, I guess, approved. All of them approved by the Thieves Guild under the auspices of them. And the Thieves Guild is also needs to guarantee its authenticity before the sale will be held.
So what are the terms? Lion, what are the terms for all of this?
The terms are to bring the sword to the Hall of Midnight and present it for sale. And then the Thieves Guild will conduct the auction, take their cut, and give us the proceeds.
Right. So what is their cut?
Their cut will be proportionate to the amount raised.
So percentage of the final sale price.
Yes, and that percentage goes up the greater the price sold.
Well, it's better to have some money than no money.
So the cut is going to be anywhere from 20 to 50%.
Right.
Brass tacks. But what we got in exchange is safety and security.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a bad deal considering how contentious this sword is.
Well, again, our Lion, you need to get that Thieves Guild to actually escort us when we retrieve the sword and take it to the auction house. Right?
Makes sense.
Right.
Unless you think they try to take it from us between there and the auction site.
Well, why wouldn't they be following us all the time anyways? Right? They could jump us at any time. This is their city.
Yeah, that's true. But they don't know where we stashed it. We did that quick enough, don't you think?
Yeah.
You would think that the Great Lion Diamond sleeps with the lady Donna Rosa. No one would consider such a thing. I'm too much of a known ladies man for that. It's the perfect hiding place.
Right. How much do you trust your Donna Rosa, because maybe we could just send word to her and have her go and retrieve it and nonchalantly just walk through the city.
Let's put it this way. I never tell her that I'm leaving stuff there. That's how much I trust anybody.
Right.
She did look short of coin.
Yes. She does live in a bit of a squalor. I do pay the mortgage now and again. Truth be told.
I take it she's a believer in the god as well, so that might be a wrinkle.
Yep, a true believer.
So it's not just the money; it's the fact that the sword is meant to be part of their saints.
Oh, and that's the other thing that Garlod, the sword was rumored and long thought to be in the vaults of the sorcerer Piopolis.
Does he go by the name of Ulrich by the name as well, by any chance?
No, though he did have, for decades ago, he did have a disciple, a pupil named Aldrich.
Well,
but he hasn't been seen in decades. Matter of fact, Piopolis has been not known to stir from his tower in decades. But so goes a sorcerer.
I'll ask: was it the Tower of Eternity? Was that his tower, or was it a different one?
Piopolis? No, Piopolis. His tower is here in the city of Kadar.
Bugger.
Right. Well, Ryan, what do you figure? What are our odds of surviving walking down there, grabbing that sword, and walking to the meeting place? Like, you got any insight into how dangerous that is?
Well, that will be the most dangerous part. Once we know where the meeting site is, getting the sword from there to there will be our most dangerous point of this adventure.
Right.
Truly, it will be. So
basically, this sword is going to be wanted by everybody. It's a valuable sword. It's a valuable jewel. It's a holy weapon. It's a sign of status. The local cult says that sword is in our sacred armories because it belongs to one of our saints. And the previous owner, who's a sorcerer, also lives here, who might want it back as well, or at least he might want to find out where his pupil is. Well, that might be work out, I suppose. So it just depends on how they just want to pay us off or just stab us in the back.
Yep. And Piopolis is not one that takes visitors.
Yeah.
You know, that his tower has been shuttered in silence for decades.
Is it known as the Vanishing Tower?
So his tower, the Vanishing Tower, the Vanishing Sorcerer. As in, you know, he's the last time Piopolis was seen was probably 60 years ago at the palace for some occasion. Otherwise, he's been shuttered in his tower, doing what sorcerers do. The dream of the lotus, most likely.
Well, we should be somewhat okay because not only, I suppose, the sword thing, but we also know where we got the sword from. So I'm guessing most of the people will also want to know where we found it, where the sword's been all these years.
Well, there's also, so let's say Gen says, well, so we get paid out, right? And then now we're sitting on this cash, what could be like 500 silver each or something like that, if we're lucky, and our lives. And now we're marked because everybody realizes that we're, basically have this much money and we're.
Oh no, no. Lion Diamond goes, oh no, we're talking tens. We're talking tens of thousands. We're talking King's ransom. We're talking with our share should be in the thousands of gold.
Yeah, and
We should be set for life.
Yeah, and how they even going to transport that around and give it to us, right? So that we can secure it. Like, come on, think about all of this. And now
Diamonds,
that
my friends, diamonds. They don't call me Lion Diamond for nothing.
So we're going to get paid in gems and diamonds then?
Diamonds. We will get paid in diamonds.
Okay, well, I could see that.
And if it is a king's ransom, we are dealing with people who are wealthy as kings, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Head of merchant guilds.
Yep. You want to make a wager on who out of the 3 potential buyers I think it will be? It'll make a great wagering opportunity, Lion Diamond says.
Right.
I will go 10 silver. I've lost my pencil. And I say, I don't think. I didn't think it would be any of the merchants, even if they are the guild members. I suspect a 4th party. I'm going for priests.
Priests. 10 on the priests. Lion Diamond likes that.
It'd be a bit embarrassing if they lose the sword again.
Yep. That's another thing. They'll probably try to prove that it's a fraud, it's a fake, but I know that thing is authentic. But I can feel it in my bones.
Well, even if they prove the sword is fake, it is a ruby in it at the bottom of on the hilt.
Oh yes. Yes. Yep.
Even if
blood red ruby.
Well, to be honest, for us, it'd be better if the sword was a fake, because that ruby's worth a fortune.
So, Lion. So when the auction goes down, somebody buys it. And the transaction is made right there and the payment's made right there. So we're going to walk out with diamonds in our pockets.
The Thieves Guild will receive the payment and then we will receive the diamonds from the Thieves Guild, but it will be there. But it won't be in front of anyone. No one will know who we are.
So as part of the service, they take their cut, then they give us.
We wait in the wings. We don't participate in the auction.
Right.
I suppose we've got to trust someone, so. If you can't trust a thief, who can you trust? Jack is all for arranging it and letting Garlog, make arrangements.
Well, I guess we'll. So Gen's thinking to himself right now. He says, I could just run right now. And
are the Ash Plains calling you?
Yeah, and just let all of this chaos be what it is. And because ultimately what Gen's looking for is a decent set of armor, right? And maybe some spending cash out of all of this, because he's starting to realize just how serious all of this is becoming, right? But I mean, ultimately, he can't run until Lion Diamond until actually hands that sword over, so they don't think that he's running with the sword, right? That's the thing. So Gen's kind of locked in to the momentum of this whole serious proposition, and he didn't really think this through that much, but now that he sees, you know, the tunnel of death that he's now marching upon,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
This is great. This is great.
yeah. You start playing with the big boys, and then suddenly you better play, right? Um,
Thieves and assassins and piles of diamonds and gold.
yeah, and then you're just nothing but roadkill after all of that, because of course you have no,
You have no clout.
yeah. It's one thing to beat somebody, wrestle somebody
You do
big.
not have a monopoly on state terror.
Yeah, exactly.
But with all this money, you might.
This would be a great place to wind down the session for today. But let's continue for the remainder of the session.
Yeah. Well, again, just one more thing. Gen thinks to himself, the only really leverage we have on this is to hide the thing. And if they if they kill us, then they never will know where it is. Right?
Yep.
That's the only leverage that that we really have.
And that doesn't wholly work with the priests, because they probably would want the sword, but if they can't get the sword, they would rather it not exist and be lost again, so they can go, yes, in our armory down there, it's our holy relic room.
Right. I'm just Gan is trying to think of something that some little switcheroo where he could.
So it means the priests have to be cut out of it. They can't know where the auction is being held.
Well, hopefully they'll bid for it, but if they can't get it, it's fake. It's lost. It's not lost. We've still got it. So this is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lion, I think you've made a mistake. We should have played the long game with this thing. We should have never brought it into the city. And we could have spent a couple months finding somebody who could verify it, and we bring them into the city. We should have
do you think we could have put up with each other for months?
And to be fair, we didn't know this was a holy relic. We just thought it was a nice sword with a big ruby.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't quite sure until I saw Garlot's face when I showed it to him. That clinched it. I was suspicious and suspected, but when I saw his reaction, I knew it was the real deal, and my instincts were correct.
Yeah, because I'm thinking the sooner that we could offload this thing for as much money as we can safely, and then just keep moving is the better of the deal here. Because come on, somebody's gonna want to kill us here. We're just
course.
We're just the couriers right now. We're not the actual. We're not actually a player here right now. I think we should grab that sword and ride as hard and heavy as we can out into the desert and hide it, and then deal with these people with it from a place of it being hidden.
So out of game, the only thing I can think of is we just give up on the money, give it to the high priest or the Viscount.
Oh, Lion Diamond is if you guys got cold feet and want to walk away, feel free to.
He's willing to. Yeah. He's got gold lust, doesn't he? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what is this? Gen's been watching his partner there. What's her sentiment towards all of this?
Old Laker.
Yeah, Laker.
She's hoping that Lion Diamond can move the merchandise for a goodly amount of money. And she wants the money.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
This is Conan. We
Yeah,
sell it, and let's take the consequences. Gods be damned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard about this barbarian. He became king. Maybe we could become kings.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and she's ready to be done since she's wants to be done riding the waste on horseback and stumbling about.
I've already lost my leg.
and slaying men for money. She wants to smoke, and she wants to drink, and she wants to look out the window. And Lion Diamond wants to become the most famous jeweler in all of Xoth.
Jacques will go. We've made our decision. Let's see where the dice fall.
let's do it then, I guess.
Because, like you say, I'm guessing the thieves are watching us. If we try and escape, it's not going to look good. If we run with the sword, they're going to be out hunting us. If we leave the sword, they'll still be hunting us. We've made too many waves now. It's just try and sell the sword and get out alive.
If I would have known that this thing was that valuable, I would have just not. We would have parted companies a while ago. So my name is not attached to any of this.
It's interesting that Lion Diamond didn't disclose his suspicions earlier, huh?
I don't blame him. The sword's this valuable.
I know. No.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of clever, kind of dragging you into it as well.
Yeah, out of game, what's going on is he figures he's got the upper hand, right? Because he's from the city. We've got a country boy here and a gullible knight and whatever and stuff, and he could just leverage this at his will, right?
He's a cocky son of a bitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, and also he's got some more muscle, right? Like, look at Gen just took this guy out in the bar, was basically starting to. So.
Yep, I'm gonna have to give that guy a name. He's gonna be around. I'm not getting rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody that uses a rapier because it's such a fast weapon and could kill people who are unarmored, they're rat bastards, right?
Yeah.
But also, he's a spoilt noble who's a priest. He's not gonna. They're not known to forgive grudges.
No, right? So great.
You embarrassed me in my favourite pub in front of all my mates.
Yeah. I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that